Alright, when you launching your app, this is the first thing you're going to be seeing. As you can see, hope you can see, is loading. So when you open the app for the very first time, it will take time to load, especially when you have some documents already in it. If you are opening yours for the first time, you won't be able to be seeing all these projects. Okay, so all these projects are already done project for clients that I did. Okay, so if when you open yours, you got to click on this plus button. Okay, meaning you have to open a new page, a new working space. Okay, so when you click the plus, you will see an empty page like this. Either you see it like this, or you see it after it has opened like this. All right, so let's get back to work. Now, what do you have in your mind to draw? What do you feel like drawing? I know you are drawing a building plan. What kind of a plan do you choose to draw? Is it a bungalow? Is it a three-bedroom? Is it a room and parlor self-contained, a duplex, or even a penthouse? Okay. Is it a complex, stores, um schools, hotel, or what do you have in mind to draw? Okay, so right now we are coming about with something like this. Now let's have it in mind that we want to draw a room and parlor self-contained, for example. Okay, now to start with, you bring out your square room. Okay, so the first thing you have in mind is, what is the dimension of the house? That's the first thing you have in mind. So I want to be deleting this square meter. You click on it and then delete. In case you are seeing this arrow in my own video and you're not seeing it, right here, you can go back to my previous video where I introduced to you some of the materials you will be needing to, have a perfect drawing. Okay, so it is called OTG code. You can go back to my previous video and you see them there. Okay, so back to business. When you see this, then all you have to do is, I'm removing this, and okay, so I can have the screen very big. Now you've gotten your square room. The room you want to draw, how do you want it? So right here I'm using square meter, square centimeter. Okay, I'm using centimeter. I'm working with centimeter. So if you are the kind of person that prefer to work in foot, or what is it called, um, in foot, or in meter, or in centimeter. Okay, so anyone you prefer to use. Right here I'm working with millimeter. Okay, so here in the room now, let me say I prefer to go by 3600. You click on it. Hold on. 3600. Okay, that is it. 3600. Yes, so then I think I'm having some obstruction. Let me say 3600 by 3600. Okay, 3600. Okay, you can see. Now this is my room, measure 3600 by 3600. Okay, So right now I want to bring out, this is the parlor. Okay, now I want to bring out the front veranda. Now I select and clone. So when I clone, I've gotten it. All right, let me say the veranda is going to be here. All right, so then I go by 1200 by 3600. You can lock it up so that lock the size. I've clicked lock, so the size have been locked, and now there is nothing can shake it. I mean, there is no way you will click it and it will get resized. Can you see it? Because I've already locked it. So if in case you clicked yours and you're not okay by the size, select it, then come to size and unlock the size. Then you can be able to adjust it to any length you feel like. Can you see? But it will be nice, it will be more better if you specify the dimension of the veranda. Okay, so decide to specify mine 1200 and by 3600. Okay, so I decide to lock it, so I won't have any double mindset over it. Then bring it to where it ought to be. Can you see it? So as you can see, the dimension, the blocks at the surrounding is still the same, but the inner one is of lesser. You have to go to the settings, project setting. Okay, you have the exterior and interior. Exterior should be 125, interior 125. Yeah. All right, can you see? Okay, in case you don't know how to set your pages, okay, so you can also go to my previous videos, how to set your working space, how to set your working page. Okay, but right now you can see the in the color of the shape. Okay, so if you want it to be just plain, when you get to that video you can do yours plain, but me, I just prefer using it like this. And sometimes I know you just saw me click 125 and you'll be asking me what is the meaning of that 125. You see, this is the size of the block. Sometimes when you are working on a project, the first thing you consider is the size of the block you want to work on. Is it 5 inches block, 6 inches, or 9 inches hollow block? Alright, so it will be best idea for you to first of all know the size of the block that will be used in the site, so that you won't, you know, engage in using 6 inches blocks, for example, only for you to get to the site and find out that the blocks that were supposed to be used there is 9 inches. Okay, by then you will find out that your calculation here will get mixed up. Don't know if you understand. Now this one is 5 inches block, for example. This one I'm using here is 5 inches. The length here from here to here, you can see it here, is 1200. 1200. Okay, hold on, let me. Okay, so this is what I'm saying. You can see the length from here to here is 1200. Okay, so if you are getting this, you are getting this other length for the room. I say it. Okay, so it's 3600. That's 3.6 millimeter. Okay, so if you are using 5 inches block, for example, you get to find out that by the time you get, let me say, you want to get a total dimension of this building, a total dimension of this building. Then can you say total dimension? 5.17. Now it's because they added both these 5 inches. So if you are using 6 inches or 8 inches, for example, you understand that this total dimension for the measurement will have to increase. So by the time you are using 5 inches block to design your plan, and only for you to get to the site and find out are using 6 inches, you find out that your total dimension for the building will be different, and they will be having a different thing while you have a different thing on your page or your paperwork. So that's why I hope you see the essence why I say it's very necessary. It's very important for you to know the inches of block they are using on the site. Okay. All right. So if you want to know, I told you before, if you want to know how to set those things, you can go to your pages, my previous page, and get those things done. All right. Thank you. So let me delete all these things because they are not needed for now until I'm done with the working page. All right. Back to the work. Right here, we want to design a room and parlor self-contained. Okay. So let's go. You can decide to work on the square, on the box you have here, instead of you going to be drawing and drawing and drawing. Okay. So right here, I select this, then I clone. When you clone, it means duplicating that particular shape on a different place. So I've cloned it. Then I want to change it. Okay. Now, because I want to resize, I have to unlock the size. Okay. All right, this is all for now. This is the room and parlor self-contained. Now we just had the structures. Okay, so any moment from now we have to be adding the doors, the windows, the openings, and every other necessary things. I don't know if you understand what I'm doing here. Okay, this is the front veranda. From front veranda you get to the parlor. From parlor you take it to, okay, don't let me make some. Okay, so this particular design here, okay, so from what I have in mind to do, this is the parlor, this is the front veranda, then the parlor. From the parlor you get to the lobby here. Okay, done. Okay, from the parlor you get to the lobby. From the lobby you have the toilet here. Okay, when you come back to the lobby, this is the room. Okay, then from the lobby you get to kitchen. From kitchen you get to kitchen veranda. All right, so right now I want to be adding the opening. They're supposed to be open. Okay, the open, and put the doors, then the windows. All right, you come to menu, you click your doors and windows, then you bring your door. Okay, now in your door you have to take a measurement for your door. Okay, so normal measurement for door is usually 900. Okay, so you decide which side you are opening to. Usually you're supposed to open to this side. Okay, now if you don't want to undergo the stress of you going to pick and bring it down to this place, pick, bring it, you can just be cloning and remove this so as to make your working space be large enough. Okay, so just clone. Okay, sometimes you see that when you clone it, you just take it to a place where you don't want it to be, then you have to by yourself. But meanwhile, when you work in your process of trying to clone and then drag the door, the measurement, the dimension of the door might change. So it will be best idea for you to lock up the size. Okay, so I've locked it up. Usually the entrance door, this entrance door is supposed to be 1200 and it's usually double door. So you might not just put this one here, but rather bring it, take it to the room. Okay, if you can see, then clone it. You can see how fast it is working with your OTG cord and your mouse. Okay, alright, so I want to bring in the door for this parlor. I told you before, it's best to use the best idea for you to use double door. Okay, it's all door is usually open to inside. That is just the best of it so far. It is usually open to inside. Okay, hope you are getting to understand the plan now. Okay, right here, open to the parlor, open to the lobby. Then we have to get the one that will be open to toilets. If you have a structural knowledge of how door is being positioned or the length door is supposed to be, it will be best idea for you. Okay, but if you don't have, you can as well go to my page, my previous videos, and you have a structural view. Okay, sometimes we flush door to wall. Okay, all right. I think that will be all for now in the essence of the doors that we need. Okay, the entrance open to lobby. Okay, I want to be adding opening. This opening. Sometimes you can decide not to take it to the ending. At least you have some beautiful designs there. Now you clone. You can just flush it up with this line of this thing. So, but in this case, I just want to bring it out. Okay, hope you can see. All right. Now I want to be adding windows. Let's add the windows. Can you see window? Okay, usually take my window to 1 millimeter. Okay, so you can decide where you want, how you want to position your windows, whether you want it at the center, the side, is your choice. Okay, everything is a choice. All right. Most times I don't like flushing windows to wall. Okay, if I keep window either at the center, or even if it's not at the center, but if it's close or either at the center. But right here, I want to keep it at the center. Why I usually do it like this is because if you go to the site, or when you get to a house that is being built, you find out that window that is flush to the wall doesn't usually add beauty to the house. Or when you want to hang, curtain or window blind, it doesn't add beauty. Sometimes you find out that the place is open because you flush the window to the wall. Okay, like what I told you before, if you have a structural knowledge of building, you got to understand the actual dimension of all these windows. Okay, so dimension for windows for toilet is usually 6 millimeter. In case you walk by feet, okay, 1 feet is usually 300 millimeter. So when I say 2 feet, that is 600 millimeter. That's why I see I made this to be 600. Then we are back to the kitchen. Okay, kitchen windows can actually take same as room window. Okay, then we are adding letters, or let me say we want to label the different the apartments of the rooms. Okay, so you come to annotation. You can use any one of your choice here. So I've decided to use this. Like I should put a name. So I go by a veranda. Okay, that's it. So let me turn it. You can change the font. So you can see this one is too big. It's too large. Okay, so I do usually change the size. Okay, then I clone it and retext it. This one is parlor. Okay, clone. Orange room. And clone is the exit. Kitchen. Clone is lobby. Then clone it up. You have the toilet and bath. If you can see it. Okay, I think that will be all for now. Okay, if you find the video useful, do click on notification button, like, share, then ensure you share, ensure you follow so as to get my next coming videos on this. Thank you very much.